Sup, internet? I'm level 100 Agron. You know the spiel. This is Tekken Tag Tournament 2, where I pretend to have a fan base on the internet and play some games and commentate over it for fun. So, recently, I've been playing the fuck out of Borderlands 2 and RE6, and I gotta say, RE6, pretty great and all, but they kind of fucked up with some stuff. They removed a lot of characters from the mercenary mode that, like, you would expect to still be in it, like no Wesker, and I mean, I know that he's dead and everything, but you know, what's mercenaries from the last two games that had it without Wesker, or Hunk for that matter? Everybody likes Hunk. I just felt like the mercenaries was a little disappointing. I haven't played the agent hunt yet. I wanted to finish all the campaigns before I do some of that stuff. But I'll get to it eventually, you know. Just some time before I do it. Maybe I'll do a video or two on it. Maybe if people want to see it, that is. I don't know. If people don't want to see it, I probably won't do it. But because I mean, the only thing I really get response to is Dark Souls, Tekken, and Soul Calibur, and I mean, that may be the only stuff that I post. But to me, those are games that if you're really this was really fucking annoying. You just throw spam the whole time. Then I caught on to it, and I was like, nah, fuck that. That ain't happening. But yeah, like I was saying, you're like a true, excuse me, a little mucusy, congested, always thinking I'm getting sick. I'm pretty sure I'm a hypochondriac, but oh well. Sucks that I have to admit that, or start to, but whatever. Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of touch base about that. Like, it's really good. I really liked it. A little disappointed they took out treasure hunting for serpent tokens or whatever. It's a little lame. You know, just, you know, the stuff that made RE4 and RE6 fun, going through, like, tombs, finding treasure, like rubies and golden beer steins and shit, and selling them to the merchant. It was really disappointing because when I was playing it, there was a part in a church where I ran into blue flames, 2 blue flames on each side of a door, and I got really fucking excited because I was like, oh, that must be the merchant, yes, they kept the merchant. And 2 seconds after that, an angel holding a flaming crossbow laser target came out and shot me in the grill. So that was definitely not what I was expecting. Got me off guard. I laughed a little. Was a little annoyed. But oh well. The perks and stuff for it are pretty cool. They all make sense. None of them are really overpowered. It's just personally I liked upgrading my weapons and stuff, and excuse me. I liked upgrading my weapons and whatnot, and just like the progression, like, oh, I want increased rate of fire for now, increased damage, get reload speed later, you know, just stuff like that. That guy fell for that little, I believe that's a reset. No, it's not a reset. Never mind. This was recorded like 2 weeks ago. I got some Soul Calibur recorded too that I'm ready to commentate and upload, but right now I'm a little deep into RE6, so I want to finish that before I start playing Soul Calibur and Tekken super hardcore again. I don't know why I ducked that. For some reason I thought it was the straight one, and by the time I noticed his head was turning, it was already too late. So yeah, maybe if enough people watch this, and maybe I get an extra subscriber or two, and they would like me to, I'll do like an RE6 playthrough of a campaign I haven't done yet, because so far I just started Chris's, and I have not even touched Jake's yet. That'd be pretty fun. I don't know. It could be live commentary too. I probably wouldn't be sitting in my normal seat because it makes a fuck ton of noise, and I probably would have to put on my Turtle Beach headset from, instead of being in my PC, into my console. But you know, I think it'd be worth it. I enjoy doing stuff like that. I really like doing the Soul Calibur 5 live commentary that I did. I just thought it was a little low quality because of the fact that you could hear stuff coming through my speakers and just easily fix stuff. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. It depends on if people want to or not. Like I said, this is a channel where I pretend to have a fan base that wants me to post stuff. Lately I've gotten a couple subscribers though, which is pretty awesome. Definitely gives you motivation when you get on one day and you get one subscriber 1 minute, especially when you're a small channel, and then 10 minutes, 20 minutes later you have another one. It's a really good feeling. You just feel really accomplished, I guess. But yeah, it's cool. Really glad some of you guys that are actually checking these out. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. As I was trying to say, I'm really glad that some of you guys that are checking these out are actually enjoying them. And just a quick little note, if you play Yoshimitsu on Tekken, when he does his air kick, which is either like B slide A or Indian stance B, instead of doing the forward 3+4 and 1+2, excuse me, just do, you gotta wait a little bit. It's got a weird time frame to do it. You just do his flea rush, which is forward 3+4, and then 2 to end it. It does like 70 something damage instead of 50 something, which is definitely a lot more. Yeah, it's pretty solid. I found it by accident, just kind of messing around, waiting to get a ranked match during this session. So yeah, you know, just been a little busy lately. Had these recorded, really wanted to commentate them and upload them a while ago, like 3 or 4 days ago, but I haven't had the time really. Been kind of out and about, hanging with some friends, you know, the whole teenage spiel. Late night trips to out-of-town comic book shops, because if I haven't talked about it before, I'm a big-ass fucking nerd, and I play the fuck out of Magic the Gathering. If you don't like Magic, you're a faggot, and I don't care who you are, I don't care how cool you think you are, Magic is the shit. I fucking hated it at first. I was just like, nah, I'm never gonna play this shit. It just seems way too overcomplicated. It just seems really boring. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! For like 6 years when I was little, mind you. Magic is much better. Just don't even play Yu-Gi-Oh! Get Magic. If you're gonna play a card game, if you like Yu-Gi-Oh!, try Magic. If you do play Magic and you know what I'm talking about, I just recently got the Is It versus Golgari decks, the versus decks. Excuse me. And Golgari Gerard's deck sucks really bad. Is It is pretty solid. If I'm talking about this and you don't know what I'm saying, it just sounds like fucking gibberish, just ignore this part and do whatever. But if you're curious about it, Google it. $20 for a deck that I think has cards in it that are worth like $30, because I know one of them is, I know that Is It, the Dragon Wizard, is $7.95. I know that there's a card in the Golgari deck that's $9.95. I know that Gerard Golgari, Lich Lord, is $4.95 or $5.95. So that's some pretty. That's like almost all your money back right there. $20 for the start or the versus deck, so you're making your money back. But yeah, I had a black green deck that I was kind of working on, so I wanted to use the Golgari deck as kind of a starting ground to grow off of. But yeah, it'll eventually come together, you know. Yeah. So lately, actually, I've been really getting the hang of Tekken more so than I usually do. I mean, like, I've got 30% win-loss in this fucking game because I suck at it. But I've been really getting the hang of it lately. I dropped Dragnov. I mean, not altogether, but excuse me, I am just fucking all kinds of gas today, nigga. I didn't drop them all together. I just always wanted to play Lars really bad because he looked really fucking fun, and I didn't pick him up until like, when did I say this was recorded? Like 4 days ago, 5 days ago. Today, I wanted to play him since I first got Tekken Tag Tournament 2. So yeah, there's that. I picked him up, went in training, watched the Level Up Your Game tutorial for him, learned a little bit, made some combos of my own. He's pretty fun. I really like him. This was really frustrating. I just hate Zafina because every player that I run into that uses her ends up spamming a move at some point to the point where it's just upsetting or frustrating. Really do need to mix up that, excuse me. Really do need to mix up that, I think the stance name was Kenicho or something like that. You need to mix that stance up instead of always going for the 1+2 from it. It just seems a little predictable, but it does the most damage aside from the, forward 1+2, I think it is, or forward 2. The spin, but you know, the spin only covers horizontal ground at like super high range, so only certain things can catch it. The 1+2 can catch like anything. It's because I mean you can't roll while you're in the air. That's another reason that I don't really like the forward 2 or 3+4, because for some reason sometimes it can whiff, and fuck if I know why. Yeah. So it's just been a busy week and everything. Maybe I'll upload a couple of Agent Hunt matches like I was saying. Mostly depends on how the online for RD6 is doing. What all's going on in it. How it works. I don't even know how it works. I mean, if that doesn't work, maybe I'll do some Mercenaries uploads, because I love fucking RE4's Mercenaries. That was the best fucking one. Krauser, super fucking strong. I didn't use him the most. I think I used Hunk just because I loved snapping necks. I thought it was hilarious. You only use Krauser on that one level, the fucking waterfront with the huge towers, and that fucker with the double chainsaw that's always able to one-hit kill you. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah. So I'll probably do a video for that or something eventually. I'm gonna end up doing more Dork Souls, but I haven't recorded or played yet. So yeah, I'll eventually jump back on and record some more. I just have been busy playing stuff. I still want to get Dishonored. Dishonored looked pretty sick, but I don't get paid till the 15th, no, 20th. Yeah, this is my new Yoshimitsu colors and skin that I'm using, by the way. I really like it. Only difference now is I changed this red from a light red to a darker red. And I changed the boots, I think, from red to black because they just looked weird. Eddie's just simply a pain in the ass, just frustrating to deal with. Most of this stuff has to come from the fact that I know nothing about the game right now, and like what strings you can block where and whatnot. But yeah. So I think this week if I can find like a used copy of Persona 4 for like $20 and maybe a used copy of Dead or Alive 5 for 30, 40, 50 range. I'll pick those up and maybe do some of those. Persona, I'd probably use that one guy with the fold-up chair. I don't know, he seemed really cool. He seemed pretty funny. Even a dude with a sword, but from what I hear, everybody uses him just because he has a sword. But we'll have to see. I've never even played a Persona game before. I just thought it looked really fun because it wasn't just one-hit combo strings like most 2D fighters seem to be to me. Dead or Alive, I'd maybe name Hayate or Hayabusa, and from what I hear, they're really cheap. I don't know about Hayate, I don't know if he's cheap, but I know that Hayabusa is supposed to be really cheap. And it's not because I want to win or anything like that, it's just more so because I fucking love Ninja Gaiden. And I hope that makes sense. And I don't know in what sort of fucking realm that wouldn't make sense, but you know, there are people out there with lacking intelligence that would say something along those lines. I don't know. But yeah. Thinking about maybe doing this Orange playthrough as well, if I end up buying it. I mean, the whole concept of the game was fucking badass. Just a fucking, it's like first-person Assassin's Creed in steampunk future, I think it was. Like, that's cool as fuck. Fucking throwing rats at people to make them eat them alive and just teleporting and like teleporting into a guy's mind and making him kill himself. Like, that's cool as fuck. I don't care who you are, you're a silly individual if you don't think that's cool as fuck. Cause nigga, I'm cooler than ice, so I know what's up. Yeah, as you can probably tell, this is a little on the long side. The commentary, 30 minutes I think, 28, something like that. Long as fuck, I know. I just got a good string of matches. I think I only lost like 5 this whole session, and I won like 10 or so. I mean, I was beating players that had like, 4 wins to me is a lot of wins because I fucking suck at this game. But I was beating players with like 4 wins, 5 wins. I think there was an 11 win knockout on here, possibly. It might be at the end. Maybe that was the Soul Calibur video I'm thinking of though. No, I think it might be the Soul Calibur video, but you know, who knows? Maybe they'll be surprised and catch you guys off guard. Need to grab some tea in a minute. A little dry in the vocal cord region from all this jibber jabbering I've got going on. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, picked up Lars, really liked it, super fun, lots of jabs and fake outs. I think my favorite is down forward 1 and then forward 1 plus 2, and then you go down back 2, 1, forward 2, 1, forward, down forward 1, down forward 3, 3. I think was the notation for the combo. It's 77 damage, 80 damage. I don't know. A decent amount though. He's definitely it's probably a little better than my Dragnob game, but you know, Dragnob's got a little bit of a mix-up than Lars. So I don't know. It's a matter of opinion. Personally, I think Dragnob's got more mix-up, but I'm probably wrong. Like I said, I suck at this game. I'm not a hardcore Tekken veteran. So yeah, just been busy and shit. Really glad that I could edit and commentate this today because I kind of felt bad that I waited so long to God, I'm losing my train of thought. I feel bad that I waited so long to upload another video, knowing that I had gained like 5, 6 subscribers in like 2-3 weeks. Cause that's bananas for me. That shit is B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Bananas is way too many A-N. Fuck that word. Fuck bananas. I hate spelling that word. Sometimes I purposely just put like a ton of A-N-N-N-N-A-A's in it. So it just seems kind of like I'm going like bananas. Because that's silly. Speaking of a lot of A's, a little story time. One time when I was a little kid, I was like 7 or 8, if even that. I coughed, but no. I got Pokemon Blue. That was the first game I ever got. It was for a Game Boy. Well, not the first game, but it was the first Game Boy Color game I ever owned. It was Pokemon Blue. And when I was little, I had a really low attention span, so I didn't notice things like, what would you like to nickname your Pokemon? Yes or no? So I would hit yes. What would you like to name your Pokemon? And being the little kid I was, I didn't understand that. So I would end up naming my Blastoise, well, my Squirtle, then my Blastoise. I would end up naming my Squirtle. He just had a bunch of A's in his name, and that was his name. So it would be like every single time I threw out my Blastoise, it'd be like, go! Ah! And yeah, so I thought it was funny. Or like, ah! Use Hydro Pump. I don't know how I got that. I was ducking, and the shot came out, but somehow it still hit. Oh. Speaking of funny Pokemon names for things and whatnot, something that I like to do that I learned in 6th, 7th grade was if you name your character Faggot in all caps, it makes it seem like everybody that you talk to is pissed off at you. Even your mom is calling you a faggot, so your guy wakes up, doesn't know what the fuck's going on, and he's just like, well, I guess I'll go outside, and your mom just walks up and she's like, hey, faggot, go see Professor Oak, he's got some shit for you. You're just like, oh god, okay, I'm sorry, what did I do? And, yeah, so that was my story about my Pokemon adventures. Speaking of Pokemon, actually, maybe I'll do some Pokemon uploads, because I do have a fuck ton of Pokemon teams that I made on my DS. They are super, like, competitive teams, but I'd have to, get a hold of however it is you play Pokemon off of, your PC with a ROM or emulator, which I think it's legal to own if you own a copy of the game already, I think was how it works. I don't know if that was just old school games like Nintendo's or Game Boy Colors or not. Just fucking pissed me off. I got lost because of that. Oh no, wait, did I? No, yes, I came back. I totally thought I lost that. It just teaches you not to be a fucker. Like, you could have easily mixed up her options and she saw she had me completely stun locked and somehow I accidentally got out of it with my super valuable Tekken movement knowledge. Probably isn't as terrible now. Granted, it's only been like, what, 4 or 5 days, but I mean, I've been watching and playing the fuck out of it, so. I got a much better understanding of it now. I probably spam a lot with Yoshimitsu too. I need to do a little less back 2-2, do a little more 3 slide 4, up 1+2, mix up, you know, just, I mean, it's just hard not to spam back 1+1 or back 2-2 when, I said 2-2. It's just hard not to spam it when, it does like fucking what, 50 damage for nothing? Like, it's barely punishable, barely, I don't know what the frames are for it. Like I said before, I'm terrible with frame knowledge. I mean, I can't tell you the frames, but I can tell you if a move has an advantage over a player or not, and things like Yoshimitsu's 2-2 do, you know, stuff like that. He doesn't have a lot of stuff that just outright beats out other moves in terms of speed that I'm aware of. Like, that move's fast and everything, but it's no fucking, I don't even know what's fast. I get, 14 frames is fast. If somebody wants to explain frame advantage and, like, what is considered to be a fast frame move in the comments, that would be awesome. I would really like to actually have an understanding of frames, which probably would help a lot, so I could go, okay, well, his back 2-2 has 14 frames and minus 0 frames on block. So if I get minus 0 frames on block, they can follow up with a counter immediately. Just stuff like that. That just gives you more knowledge and makes you a little more aware of what you're doing in the game. It'd be pretty awesome, but you know, judging from the lack of comments I usually get, I probably won't get an answer to it, and that's to be expected considering I have fucking 23 subscribers. But every day we're growing here. I don't know, I'll have to eventually think of a name for my subscribers. How do you guys feel about the faggots? Just in all caps, the faggots. Not in a demeaning way, like I don't like gays or anything like that, because it's totally not true. I like gays. I like gays, not because I am gay, just I have gay friends. In the sense that you're all idiots and I hate you all, and you should all hate me. In a totally sarcastic and ironic way. See what I'm doing there? It's like reverse psychology. The more I insult you guys, the more you guys are gonna be like, this guy's pretty cool. Also, when you tag assault with Lars, don't do back 1+2. It's not very good. So, also lately what I've been noticing is you can throw break pretty easy if you watch their hands. So, like, from his position, 1 would be his right hand, and if he does a 1 throw, like X plus A, it's his right hand extends out, and if it's a 2 throw, it's his left hand extends out, which is just the more, you know, just some nice stuff, but, yeah. So, this is coming to an end. I've almost lost really fucking bad here. Dare I say clutched this out. I fucking hate phrases like that from stupid fucking games, but totally clutched it out. That's what I'm gonna call it. I didn't think I would. Yeah, it's coming to an end now. Perfect throw break. So, keep watching my next Soul Calibur video. I'll have some Dark Souls coming up pretty soon. I'm gonna let it play out. It's like 2 seconds left, so I'm level 100 aggron, and peace out, Girl Scout.